Today's April 17th of 23. I've been trolling Facebook for used radios, mostly for CBs, but I've also been looking for hams too. But people don't like to sell used radios for cheaper than what a new one costs a lot of times. Or if they are cheaper, they're not much cheaper. I think in a lot of cases I would rather just get a new radio than one that's already been beat on for a few years and still pay basically the same thing. Anyway, this thing popped up for $25 and went and picked it up yesterday, having no idea whether it worked or not, and it does work. So this is a realistic TRC23C 23 channel, and it is run on crystals, so it is old school. They made these radios back in the mid to early 70s, so this thing is 50 years old. But I plugged it in, fired it up, and it works. I had my daughter in here talking on it yesterday. I was out in the truck and we were talking back and forth. So it's really simple. We got our, this has like a weird 4-pin connection. CC, you gotta move, girl. We got headphone jack. There's also an external speaker jack on the back. Volume, Delta tune, which is your RIT or clarifier, but it's only a 3 position. You're either on freak or above or below. There's no fine tuning it. And then we got squelch. Squelch works well. And rotary knob for the channels. And I like this display right here. When you key up, it'll tell you on the air. And then of course, whenever you're talking and it's modulating, it'll light up. But this rotary knob is a little worn out, and some of the channels it won't go to modulation unless you tinker with the adjustment of the knob there. So anyway, there's something really cool about nostalgia in radio, and I would love to have a nice new fancy CB here in my base station, but I also really want an old cool piece of history like this. This thing is 50 years old and it still works. That's pretty freaking cool. Right now I'm running a 102-inch dipole up on the roof. I've got it set up in, if you can see out the window there's a red wire hanging down right there. That's the ground plane, and that's not permanent, that's just temporary. SWR is really good right now, even though it's just temporary. I'll show you one other thing here. Well, here, I'll just move around the back of it. If you can see on the back there, I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not. This says Steve Drussel RT2 Yakima. So that is the name of a previous owner. That's pretty cool. No idea who Steve Drussel is, but I have your radio now. And there's a hole drilled over here on the far side. So I would assume they had done some kind of modification to it, but don't know what. It's undone now. So this thing can be run on 12 volts also. It obviously came with the 110 volt plug-in. I'm not sure what you would need to change, but it says it right there, 120 and 12 volts. So that's it.